Hey guys, I'm a little busy today, so we're gonna have another short video. But today I want to just keep it really short and sweet and talk about why your kickflips suck. And this is coming from someone who has tried for years to master kickflips. I'm finally at a point where I think I got them pretty well. But this is by far the hardest trick in skateboarding, without a doubt. And let me tell you the 3 pain points that I had that I'm sure you might as well. So just to get right into it, monitoring your foot position, being super lazy with your kickflips, and not focusing on your style are the 3 tips that have helped me get consistent and nice looking kickflips. So if any of those 3 tips sound interesting to you, feel free to stick around to the end of the video. I'm just gonna get right into it because I'm kind of in a hurry today. First off, the first thing that I noticed was that I found a foot position that worked. Now obviously this is probably something that you might already know about, but for me, I played around with this for many years. Sometimes I would put I'd put way too much of my feet on the board. Sometimes I'd put way too little of my feet on the board because I had this false idea that it would work for me because I'd land one kickflip. The way to determine this really is obviously whatever foot position is most comfortable for you, but also look at how you're flipping the board. If you notice that your board is flipping slower, then you probably have too much of your foot on the board. If your board is flipping too fast, you probably have too little of your foot on the board. Again, you can determine this by how comfortable you're feeling as well. If you're feeling like, you have your feet if you have too little of your feet on the board, you're probably gonna fall or not have as much balance. This is something that you can play around with. Also play around with the area of which you put your feet. For example, if you put your front foot like right on the bolts, it might affect how you flick the board. But if you put your feet a little lower, it will obviously affect the board as well. So play around with that. You probably already know that. So let's get into the other 2 tips. I know I'm talking kind of fast. I am in a little bit of a hurry. This one has been extremely beneficial for me, and that is to be extremely lazy with your kickflips. When you're first learning, or if you just want to master kickflips, do not focus on your style, which is the 3rd tip I'm going to talk about, but be lazy. And here's why. I was struggling with my kickflips for years because I would watch these videos on YouTube where people would do kickflips like Luan Oliveira or Lizard King, and they'd focus on getting a nice pop, nice flick, tweaking your board, and all these different motions that require a lot of effort. Until one day I just decided I'm just gonna flick the board, jump up, and not even really try. And what happened was, well, the board didn't pop very high, but I got a flick, I landed bolts, and I didn't move my shoulders or I didn't move forward or backwards. It was just a straight kickflip. And that's what I knew. If I just approach it from a lazy mentality, like I'm just gonna do a regular, like pretend like you just woke up, or you're like someone like Versace Plug. You just woke up, throw a kickflip, and I promise you, the problem that you're probably having is that you're overthinking a lot of things. You're probably thinking about your foot position, you're probably thinking about popping, probably thinking about turning a certain way. That's what's causing you to mess up. And that gets into step 3. Don't focus on your style, because this is what causes you to have these inconsistent kickflips, or kickflips that you don't want. When you're focusing too much on your style, you're gonna focus so much on your foot position, on how high you pop, on your speed, how you jump. All these are going to go through your mind, but then you're going to realize your shoulders are turning, or your legs are landing a certain way, you're kicking out, you don't like how your feet look, or there's so many different things, because you can't keep track of everything at once. And so again, just be really lazy. Try a kickflip with an open mind, like literally just clear your mind, say I'm just gonna do a kickflip, and jump upwards. Because for me, my 2 biggest problems were that I would always land forward like this clip, and that my shoulders would turn. And that's because I'd focus so much on popping high and tweaking my board that I'd forget to think about my shoulders and jumping forward. So when you think, just clear all that out of your mind, don't overthink it, just jump up and flick, you might have success. Anyways, sorry if that was a really quick video. I gotta go. Peace.